pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see that Rickard must have shot him? How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not kill him. My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked this slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping and transport company out of Garang Spaceport. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years, and we've been doing just fine the way we are. Right. So, what do you want to know? I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Irias. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those calf hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one. Like I said before, I shot and pow, went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Irias was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? So, what do you want to know? Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. Right.
Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
Ronda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Ka chi kun ita donga. Iking kuno pamule. Ronda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Akupa chekupa. Ta kunjus takmiki grabulmogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogisha kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulera chikun. Simo podona. Muchashat pakat. Kieno no namapaole rachiku.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cat hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
So, what do you want to know? That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Echani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. I always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Echanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. Right.
Is there any other information you need? We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with anything at all. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
How can I be of further assistance? Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Akupa Chekupa? Gino Mulera Kimpaija. Akupa Chekupa? Runda diho tonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba ka chikun ita hodonga. Yeking kuno ba mulera chikun. Mujushat bakant. Kieno no namapa.
Is there any other information you need? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you need? Very well. I will be here to assist you.
How can I be of further assistance? I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found Calder's body lying there. Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speeders. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say. Of course, of course. Listen, if you need anything, I shall be glad to assist.
Akupa Chekupa? Gino Mulera Kimpaija. Tong abum sha umnina. Wanga kundis ken balemuraya. Runda diho donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching balamule. Akupa Chekupa? Gino Mulerak. Runda diho donga kun hankabi. Wanakunbez ching palamule tung.
Hey, what are you doing?
Jiddu badawana ni gibobo. Tong nabungsha nunya. Tong batukas ta kunjas takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Runda di hodonga kun honkabi. Wanakunbez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tukning chatukune mulera. Tong abong sha umnina. Wanakunbez keng balemurai. Ta kunjas takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank wale oganda naru chuchut. Mogashap. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Slimo podona. Runda di hodonga kun honkabi. Wanakunbez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tong hai wam jiji jung lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonqualeo gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu ita dundonga.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
Ta kunjas takmiki grabel mogo. Kachi chu ita bodunga. Dolbabank waleo ganda naru chuchut. Mogesha ponka bola wana chikne. Mamule slimo. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pa mulera chikun. Slip tong haidwam jiji jung lumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonqualeo gandonan chuchut. Kachi chu.
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
Achuta. Wonga kun bis dolpi kikuyana. Tong patugas maktelea.
What?
Sure.
How'd you like that? How'd you like that? Let's go! Here it is! Here! Here! Let's go! You asked for this! How'd you like that?